victory for Harriers and 6 games unbeaten, back in the playoff situation.
Well, when you said congratulations, my wife's 9.5 months pregnant, and I was thinking to myself, are you congratulating me for that? Has she had it? So I'm getting ready for to jump on the bus, or should I say jump in the car and drive home. It was a grind today, and the congratulations goes down to the clean sheet. I think when you come to Curzon, Ashton, and more importantly when you come to a surface like this, is as good as Agbra. It's his best, you know, one of the best grounds I've seen in terms of the surface. Talking to the groundsman before the game, and he was telling me about this, that and the other. But we come here with a game plan, and that game plan was not necessarily to entertain, and I don't mean that negatively. When we got the ball, I want them to play, and I want them to pass the ball, but I want them to find a way of winning. And we found a way tonight. We found a way. I asked for a 1-0 mentality, and my word, we got a 1-0 result. Am I saying I don't want a second or a third or a fourth? No, I'm not saying that at all. I just want a 1-0 mentality. And if that spreads through the club, home and away, then Agbra becomes the fortress that we want it to be. But at this moment in time, away from home, we seem to be travelling with a lot less baggage than what we are when we're at Agbra. So we need to do something about that. Obviously, put bums on seats first and foremost, but get the crowd behind us in some way, shape or form. The only way to do that is win games, and we've done that on my journeys yet again. I think that's the third away trip with no goals conceded, which for me is magnificent. But in the middle of them 3 away games, we've had 2 home games where we've drawn them. But tonight's about celebrating a great result against the team that's going to be up there at the end of the season. I've no doubt in my mind. I spoke with Nigel Clough as I was travelling down here. I know Nigel quite well, obviously, the George Cooper situation, which he loaned us a couple of months ago, about George Cooper, but also about Curzon Ashton. And he said, well, we had 1,800 fans here, and they turned out in the numbers. The atmosphere was good, but the sending off spoiled the game. So I didn't really get anything in terms of information out of them, but the one word that he said, which I knew it was going to be a tough game, was genuine. He said they were a genuine team. And that's a compliment to the manager, that's a compliment to the Curzon Ashton players. They play football the right way, they try and play football the right way, and we had to do something about it. The best way of doing that is get your front three working hard and getting in the face of the opposition. And that's what Amari, Maz and Hemo did, and it created a platform for the win.
You look ahead, games coming thick and fast. You now face Farsley on Saturday. A side who got a great result in midweek with the victory things in. But a side who are very in and out, I think, in their performance.
We've got to catch them on the out, haven't we? If they're in form, which they can be. I've spoken to my scouting network, if you want to call it a network, at Kidderminster, and we've seen them a couple of times, and you know they haven't got a home, they're nomadic, but they're playing. That siege mentality that they've got is getting them results, you know. But I've been told that, you know, if you catch them on the wrong day, you could be on the end of a hiding. You catch them on the right day, and you might be able to play through the lines and catch them unawares. I think the first goal on, I know we're going into Saturday already when we've won 1-0 at Curzon Ashton. Let's celebrate this one first and foremost, but we're going into Saturday, and I think the first goal will be crucial, and let's hope we get it.
The first goal was crucial tonight. Matty and I were saying about that. We felt that when Harriers score first, they're more than likely to hold on to it and to take it going further.
I don't necessarily want that hold-on mentality, but I do actually want, as I say, 1-0 mentality. If we've got the ability, and I think we have, I think we've got the ability in abundance. But I've just mentioned there, for all those National League North games last night, you can't actually get to see them, but you can watch the results coming in, unless you go to the game, of course. And I sat and watched the Man City game, Man City against Sporting Lisbon, and they should have been 4-0 up at half-time, and it was 1-1. Now that is a shock to their system. It's not a shock to my system. We've been many a game this season we should have been 3 or 4-0 up, and we haven't. We haven't taken advantage of it, and consequently we've been punished. Either a side's nicked the goal, i.e. Geisley, or a side's nicked the point, and that's been the case at Agbra. But it can happen to the best. You've just got to work at it to try and graft and grind out the result. And today was a proper grind, and I'm proud of the players that they're capable of being able to come to places like Curzon when the rest of the National League North wasn't playing. So all eyes on Kidderminster Harriers, all eyes on Curzon Ashton, who's going to win that one. And if it upsets the odds, it doesn't matter to me. The league is all over the place. There's nobody running away with it. There's no teams at the top that have 2 points per game. So all of them things you take into consideration, it's going to be tight all the way through, and damned exciting if you ask me. I'll probably be grey come the end of the season, or bald, one of the two, but I'll enjoy it because I enjoy nights like tonight where your team take notice of what you said, take notice of the game plan, and more importantly, execute it. And that's what they did for me.